Um, Welcome guys back. This is part 2 of what if Naruto has karma seal and was neglected. So let's continue. And one of you in the comment asked me to give Naruto, the 12 inner gates, upgraded version of the 8 inner gates. And yeah, I'll be giving that to Naruto, but not right now, but in the future. So let's continue. So in this story, Naruto is going to be like, as I told you, is going to be OP, and we are going to continue from last where we left off. We left off where Naruto and Suki were taking the Genin exams. And Naruto and Suki, of course, being very intelligent, being very strong, being very skilled, they easily pass. And so now it's the explaining. Now Kakashi is going to come early in this one because Kushina is going to drag him with her. So Kakashi is not going to be late and going to explain all these, normal canon stuff. So yeah. And they go to the rooftop. Now, when Kakashi and Kushina body flicker, Naoto and Suki also body flicker. And Menma Mito, of course, not knowing body flicker, get annoyed with Sasuke and Sakura. When they reach up there, they explain their goals. Naoto explains that he likes to eat ramen and he likes Suki and he wants to protect his the loved ones and he has a goal. He has a goal that he wants to do. A secret mission he wants to do. Which of course Kushina and others ignore except for Kakashi. And Kakashi saw Naruto training many times, and he even went to Naruto and Suki, and even trained them. And Naruto even explained his plan to Kakashi. And in this story, as I told, Obito and Rin are alive. If you guys did not know, yeah, Obito and Rin are alive. I'm just gonna say that during the boulder incident, somehow Kakashi was able to like somehow pull Obito alive, but Obito still gave Kakashi the eye Sharingan, and he added some chakra, so Kakashi is able to activate and deactivate it. And Obito also trained Naruto, so yeah. And Obito and Rin, they especially hate with all their heart. I'm gonna say Naruto. You know what? They're especially going to hate Minato. And the Madara incident where Madara, takes the Black Zetsu's advice. No, that does not happen. Madara just gains the blood of Hashirama, and he does not awaken the Rinnegan for some reason, and he dies. So Madara does not have anything in this. What if we don't give a crap about Madara? Madara does not get the Ten Tails chakra and gets revived, and does not take the help of Black Zetsu because Black Zetsu was sealed after at his deathbed he was able to defeat Black Zetsu and seal him away. Sorry guys. So yeah, let's continue back to the story. Suki explained that she wants to live a happy life with her boyfriend and stay with, stay and help everyone she wants to protect and go on a secret mission that she has, which of course Kushina doesn't care about. And then Menma goes, he wants to become he wants to become the Hokage, and that he has a dream that his dream is to get and marry one girl and kill a demon, which of course is Naoto, and he wants to marry, of course, Suki. And then Sakura being does the useless talk, but this time she sees Menma and Sasuke. And when Menma told that he wants to marry girl, he thinks that he's talking about her, and she blushes madly. And of course, Sasuke says that the same thing. He says, "I want to help Menma become stronger. I don't care about my stupid clan. I'm a light Uchiha. I'm the strongest Uchiha alive. I'll surpass Madara Uchiha, and I'll awaken my I'll have all Kiki Genkais and doing some heroic trash." And he says that he wants to marry some girl. And this makes Sakura very happy, thinking that they both are talking about her because she thinks that she's the internal beauty, the most beautiful woman in this planet, not knowingly that she's the like Mito, of course, being like useless, like Sakura sitting side of her, and Suki being prodigy. Now, next it was Mito, and she explains that She wants to make live happy with Sasuke-kun and become the strongest Kunoichi like his mother and beat the demon Scrap and become the strongest person on this planet. And of course, Kushina was very happy for them. And then she leaves. Sasuke, Naruto touches Suki's shoulder and like vanishes and appears in the house. And they discuss about the plan on how to defeat Kakashi. And he knows about the bell test and he knows about how to beat it. And they make strategy on how to defeat them. And of course, Naruto explains that, "Yeah, I have an idea," and they discuss plans and they go to Danzo. Now, as I told you, Danzo is a good guy in this What If. He is a good guy. Please don't hate him. He in the canon original, even though he's a very like asshole, like doing all the shit crap, he did this all to just for the village. But he chose the wrong path. In this one, he's going to still love the village, but after seeing that Minato is doing all the crap and seeing that the third Hokage chose the wrong successor for his, Hokage spot, he hates Minato. But for the village, he does. And Naruto comes and offers him something which he directly accepts, which you'll find out in the later future. And Kakashi is also told about the plan, so Kakashi is going to, and like I'm gonna say Uchihas have been told. And Itachi does not Itachi works for the Hokage. But here Itachi knows about the villagers, being so evil and being completely, under the fifth and fourth Hokage's evil hands. And seeing the men Mito bullying Naruto. He hates the fourth Hokage. And so he tells everything lie-ups about the Uchiha compound, saying that the Uchihas are not planning any massacre, and he does not at all tell about Naruto's plan. That he told the entire Uchiha clan, and the Uchiha clans are very happy about this plan because this will make them all be, back to their power, which I'm going to tell you guys later. This plan. So yeah, now let's continue. The next day, during the bell test, Naruto, like even the Kakashi and Kushin told not to eat. Naruto eats a lot of ramen. Suki likes ramen too, and she does. And yeah, Naruto comes back, comes at the correct time. This is when, like, all of them look at the, Suki, all the boys, which is of course Sasuke and Menma, and Mito just angrily looking at Naruto and Suki, thinking that Suki is going to take her mans away from her, and Sakura also thinking the same. Sakura is the one thinking that she's going to take the mans away from her, and yeah, and here Sakura and Suki are going to have not Suki, Mito are going to have a rivalship, thinking that both of them are like, because both of them are fighting for Sasuke-kun. They use this trash in this What If. I do like Sasuke, guys. Don't think me wrong. I am a kind of fan for Sasuke. I'm not gay, okay, guys. I mean, in a sense that he's awesome, cool for a character, but at the same time, wrong, emo. So yeah, Naruto, ignores them, and Suki does, and then Kakashi and you know I'm gonna say who? Yeah, sorry, Kushina appear with like two belts in Kushina's side and two belts in Kakashi's side, and he thinks that like these guys gonna like Men Man Meter. Kushina thinks that Men Man Meter are going to easily win, and I'm just going to summon past Sasuke, and then Suki. I'm just going to kick out that demon and the useless trash. This is what she had in her mind. Kushina had in her mind, and then Naruto having his great evil like sensing abilities, able to sense evil aura, sense that Kushina's plans, and he knew that Kushina was going to do something wrong, so he had actually created four shadow clones already hidden in the bushes. In the second that the game they're told to start, now the four shadow clones activate Karma Seal, keep their chakra very low, and with this unimaginable speed, they take both the bells and two of the shadow clones which are not using the Karma Seal. and two Suki's shadow clones. Like they both transform and they turn into the belts in Kakashi's and Kushina's pocket. And the real bells are with Naruto, shadow clone, which goes to Suki and Naruto and gives them both the two true bells. Naruto Suki, of course, being intelligent, just keeps the bells with them, and then they dispel their shadow clones, and then just they hold their power so much back, and like they are wearing like small bands. Everyone thinks that these are just normal bands, but if you just remove it, it's heavier than even Rock Lee's weights. And yeah, with these weights they keep like they increase the weights for this fight even more, like crazy, man. They're just, and they're so flexible with that. Even they're just pushing cushion and Kakashi. Even though Kakashi is not using his Sharingan, he's using all of his power, and Kushina is using her chakra chains. The reason she's using it is because she thinks that as is a belt test, she's allowed to do everything. So she creates a clone. The clone goes to Sakura and just beats her down, and she then uses her chakra chains and beats up completely. Beats up. I mean, literally completely vanquishes. You know, like beats up Naruto. I mean Sakura. Sorry guys, not Naruto. And then her clone disperses, and Sakura is like brink of death. She's not going to die because there is something else. And Naruto, being like Sasuke and Menma, both of them have like they like now Sakura because of her fan following. It makes them like boast even more. So they like him in that way, but not in the other way. So yeah, and so Naruto is going to fight. Naruto is going to have a fight against Kushina, and Kushina thinks that this brat is going to be easy, and she uses her chains, thinking that she can like this is training ground. They are allowed to train. She can beat him and kill him, and then bring him back to his house, and then beat him up and torture him even more. Like now that they think that Menman meat are very strong, they can torture him. And of course, Menman meat gets completely obliterated by Kakashi's shadow clones, and Kakashi can feel the pressure, and he even noticed like crazy amount of weights. Even might guy cannot wear those amount of weights, and he noticed it within these kids, and he's like, they are holding back so much. Even with the weights, they are holding back so much. He knows entire strength about Naruto, and he knows about Naruto's mark and how godly powerful it is, and how he has befriended the QB and broke the chains. I mean, the broke the gates, allowed the QB and him to be a perfect Jinchuriki. And so every day Naruto talks to QB, and when he was fighting Kushina, it was just like pretty easy, but he just acted that it was, oh my god, it was impossible. And he was talking to Kurama in the mines, like, what do you think about this girl? She's just pathetic. And Kurama's like, I know, right? I was within her. She's just angry Scotch head. But now that you don't think of her as mother, you shouldn't just beat her up, right? And Naruto goes, yeah, but we need for our plan to continue. And he uses finally puts her in a genjutsu, so powerful, like literally so powerful. The genjutsu is just for a second, but she witnesses all how she treated Naruto. But these genjutsu special. It will only open up when she starts realizing that how she's doing to Naruto. If she realizes, the genjutsu will come in place, and then it'll start showing her about this. She did not yet realize, so the genjutsu is still within her soul, like about to be like when she thinks about Naruto, she did his mistake. The genjutsu will activate on her. So yeah, and Naruto beats her ass up, and yeah, that's pretty much happens. And then it's not beats her ass, he just matches her strength, does not take the belt. And then Kushina comes out after time's up. She's like, the belt test is over, and I say all of you fail. And man, and then she's like, I see great great you know strength in Sasuke, Menman, Suki, and Mito. And I'm going to make them all pass. And Kakashi gets angry and he says, "No, I fail everyone. I." And then Naruto goes, "But Kakashi Sensei, we both have the belts." And he removes the belts. And he then they both of the and then he like Kushina's like, "How? You just did the shadow clone transformed into belts." I know, and Naruto just snaps, and both of shadow clones are in Kushina's side. One being Naruto's and one being Suki's, and Kakashi, one being Naruto, one being Suki, both transform into normal. And then all of them are like, "What?" And then Menma gets angry. He's like, "You demon! You must have used some of your demonic power to do that. Tell me how you did that, you demon!" And then he goes to attack Naruto, but Naruto just dodges and kicks him away. And then Minato, and then you hear Kakashi say, "So who will you give the belts?" And they think for a while, and then Naruto goes, "I'll give this idiotic brat." And he gives one bell. Suki gives her other bell to Sasuke, and thinking that Suki giving her bell is a very luxury, and so he accepts to stay with Team 7. And all the other, Sakura, Mito, and Menma gets failed. But then, Menma and Mito are like, "You can't fail us. We'll tell the Hokage. The fourth Hokage is our father. You can't fail us." And of course, Kakashi gets angry and pissed off. He's like, "I don't give a damn if you go and tell them. Go and tell the Hokage. I don't care. And if you fail, the real test of all this was the teamwork. And none of you even showed any. You were all useless." And he removes them. And so Kakashi, when Minato finds out about this, he gets pissed off and he calls Kakashi in, who was talking to Obito and Rin, and all three of them are summoned. And then Kakashi says, "They did not show me any teamwork. I don't think they are worthy to be called Team 7. I reject." And Minato had no other option, but he said, "Okay, guys, you guys are your own individual special team. Team Awesome. You are going to be Team 13. I don't know if there's Team 13. You know what? I'm going to say that they're Team 20. Yeah, Team 20. Team Awesome. They just named themselves. And so, their actual team stupidity. So, yeah. Now, Naruto and his team do 1 month of, you know, D rank missions, which just completes in easily. Ending. And Kakashi, every day he takes about up to 50 D rank missions, and then he comes within 1 hour completing all of them. And all this time they can easily complete in 2 minutes, but they just hold back strength even more. They wear Kakashi himself is wearing lot of weights, so is Naruto and Suki. Of course, Kakashi is just wearing as much as Rock Lee was wearing in the Chūnin exams. So guys, yeah, I was distracted and I'm sorry about that, but let's continue. Yeah, so let's continue. So what happens is Naruto is going to is wearing very high weights, which of course Sasuke thinks that naturally Naruto is just stronger than him. He can just easily surpass him. He needs to unlock his just Tomoe Sharingan. And yeah, so let's continue. Naruto's team 7 was earning a very high income because of doing so many D rank missions, which of course was frustrating Minato because his team was doing so less missions, his children, whereas the demon is able to do so many missions. So let's go to the after 1 month when angry Sasuke comes to the room saying that he wants a higher rank mission. This is when Minato goes, "Well, there is a C rank mission which turned out to be a B rank mission, where the two legendary Chūnins attacked Minato's team, and they need backup. So you guys are going to go." Of course, Naruto was about to deny, but he thought that if it may become an even better mission. So he hesitantly agreed and went on, thinking that he can even find new recruits for his plan. And this is when he finds he comes to the Team 7, like where he sees Team 7 fighting Zabuza. Now Naruto, seeing this, uses all of his speed without using the Karma Seal, blitzes Zabuza, and then he activates a little bit of Karma Seal, and then the Karma Seal, without letting anyone see, he uses Time Stop and rewind everyone's memory, so nobody even noticed Naruto activated Karma Seal. And he talks to Zabuza and does talk no jutsu to Zabuza, and then he like rewinds, like lets Haku not be stuck in the time stop, and he helps Haku to find her ninja way, and he makes Zabuza finally understand that you know Gato is useless. And Naruto, he goes to Gato's base, kills everyone, brings Gato's body, and he like brings Gato and drags him with him, and then he says that he's going to take this bastard. He takes all the money that Gato had, all the money, and all the companies, and he registers it under his name, because in time nothing can, like in time stop he's able to do so many things. He does this all quickly because of being very fast, and he gets all the money, keeps it in a scroll, takes all the properties of Gato, keeps it in a scroll, and he takes some money and some he takes Gato, and he runs. He literally runs to back to the place, and then he tells he explains them the plan, and they accept, and they go away. Then time unfreezes because now it was almost out of chakra, and now it was Thomasil went away, and they are like, what happened? And now it was like, well, I tried to punch them, then this Gato guy just came out of nowhere. He used him as a shield. I was able to knock this guy out, but Zabuza and they escaped, and he used his mind transfer ability to tell Kakashi and Su- Suki what happened, the real thing that happened. And sorry for the background noises, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, guys. And so, yeah, Suki is going to be, like happy to know that this guy who deals with girls, and he is a very big, evil guy, is finally being arrested. And so they all head to the leaf. When and Tazuno is very happy seeing that Gato is, being almost killed. And when he comes to the wave, not the leaf, sorry guys, he throws Gato on the floor, tied up, and he says to his villagers, "You can do anything with him." And of course, the villagers kill him. And Tazuna still does not know, not knowing about Tazuna's kid. Mm, I don't know his name. I think it's Inari. Yeah, sorry guys, Inari. He's gonna come and do all his trash talking, not knowing that now to kill the Gato, and now to get angry, and he shouts, "You, you are the one who's talking. Do you know how to feel, how what pain is? I know the real pain is pain of being hated by the village, pain of being neglected by everyone, pain of being abused by your own family. You see there that guy, the asshole in that pitch, and you see that girl, the red hair, Joni. That's my pain. My brothers, so-called my brothers, and my mother, and they abused me for something that I do not have any control on, thinking that I am the demon, whereas they are the demons who abused me. There was child abuse, and yet I'm here. And this makes Inari, a little bit tears come on his eyes, and then you know Naruto grabs him by his you know collar, and he just lifts him, and then he says, "The real pain is when you lose, like everyone hates you. Pain is something that makes you stronger. Go for it." And your stupid damn Gato, I already executed him, threw him in the village, and let everyone kill him. This makes Inari's eyes have a small spark, and then he goes away. And then he asks, turns towards Kakashi and asks, "Is it true?" And Kakashi says, "Yeah, his own parents are disgusting. They did that to him." And this is when Kushina gets a slight realization of what she did to Naruto, and then the Genjutsu on Kushina awakens and starts showing all that she has done wrong to Naruto all these past years. She sees how she neglected Naruto. She treated Naruto. She even went to his place, and suffered all that. And she starts to like she went to her room, and she starts to tear up. And the genjutsu became a nightmare, and she gets that same experience for the every day. And the genjutsu will be only removed until and unless she finally becomes pure heart. And yeah, that completely makes her realize that she was the wrong one. She tries to the next day, after 3 days, she goes and she's like, Naruto, my child, I'm sorry. I'm like, Naruto, my child, I'll train you. And Naruto completely is baffled, like, wait, she realized so soon? No. And he denies. He thinks that she must suffer even more. And yeah, this makes her even suffer more, and she feels a very hard kick to her heart. And so bridge builder mission completes earlier than in canon. So when Naruto comes back, yeah. And just to guys let you know, in this what if Mito, even though she hates Naruto, she did it on only one reason. And she even does not like like she likes Menma, but I mean Sasuke, but she doesn't like one thing. The reason she's bullying Naruto is because her parents forced her to. She, through with her heart, always shows the emotion sorrow, and Naruto knows why. He knows that she, and when even though she acts tough, she always when nobody's looking around, gives him food, treats his injuries, and then after in front of everyone, she acts like as if she's bullying him and enjoying it. And Naruto knows about this. So Mito is kind here, guys. Okay. So then look, when they return back, they explain the mission, and of course, when like, Minato asks Kakashi and Kushina, "How was the mission? Were my child's amazing? Were my child's team awesome?" I know they must be. And now Kakashi goes, "Well, you're wrong. Naruto's the one who took off everyone. He defeated all Gato's men and bought Gato and gave it to the villagers, killing him. And he gave some money to the villagers and bought little money to the leaf. And he gave the money that now Naruto gave Kakashi. But all the money and property Naruto has." And Kakashi gets, and Minato gets pissed off. And he says, "How can a demon be stronger than my kids?" And Kushina gets mad and she shouts, "How can you say that to your own kid?" And now, and Minato goes, "Huh?" And even Jiraiya was there. He's like, "Huh? How can you say that? You are also the one who bullied him. You must hate the demon, not support him." And she then gets even more heartbroken, knowing that she is the one who caused all this pain. She was the one whispering to Minato, saying that this guy looks like a demon. The demon's soul must have made his hair white, making it start becoming white. And so she gets pissed off on herself and just runs away from the Hokage's office and tears up. And then, because now that they came earlier, they got more time for Chūnin exam training, and Kakashi told them about. And of course, Kakashi does not want to train Sasuke, but Sasuke awakened his Sharingan with pure hatred for his clan and for Naruto. And he unlocks the Tomoe Sharingan. And he was actually, Sasuke was very kind, very, very, very. Thanks to Menma's experience, he became rude like this. And so, with the one Tomoe Sharingan, he was able to see Kakashi's Chidori when he was training, and he copied it and started training with himself. And due to hatred, he got two Tomoe Sharingan, and he trained and trained and trained with it, making it perfect. And of course, Suki and Naruto were training with Kakashi. This is when Kushina comes, and Naruto and Suki were about to kill her, like they were in a fighting stance. This is when Kushina came to hug Naruto, but Naruto just sidestepped her. She fell on the ground and she started crying even more, and she says, "I'm sorry, Naruto." And then Naruto increases the genjutsu, and she even sees more, and she tears off completely. And then Naruto can sense purity in her, and though he does not want to accept, but he says, "It's okay, mom." and she's very happy to hear that words, and she's like, "Can you call me again?" And Naruto says, "It's okay, Kushina." And she was sad, but she accepted it because at least Naruto is forgiving her. She'll slowly be able to make Naruto back. And then Naruto explains how Mikoto took care of Naruto, and he does not want to see her face, and he goes away to house with Suki. Kushina was still crying, and then she goes to Mikoto's house, knocks on the door, and Mikoto opens the door, and she starts crying, and Mikoto saying that please let me meet Naruto. Of course, Naruto Ken comes out and says like, what? And Kushina explains that she's very sorry, and she's very like, please forgive her. And Naruto says, how can I forgive you for doing hitting with chakra chains and doing all that? And Kushina cries with purity, which makes Naruto finally accept Kushina, which makes Kushina very happy. And then Naruto explains her the plan. Of course, Kushina was like, but that means, and Naruto was like, do you want to go with your husband who's abusive? And he was so unkind, rude. And yeah, Minato sometimes abuses Kushina as well, but Kushina doesn't care. And Naruto says, the Minato you liked is gone many years ago when I was born. He's a demon now. Do you want to live with him? And of course, Kushina, after realizing everything and going to the kind side, she accepted, and she also decided to join the plan. And of course, Mito always stays with her mother, and when she heard the plan, she decided she's going to work as well. And yeah, now let's go to like I'm gonna say 3 weeks time skip, the Chunin exams. Naruto, Sasuke, and all of them have registered for Chunin exams, and when everyone enters, like the Chunin exams, like when they enter, the Genjutsu was placed on everyone. Like the weak ass Genjutsu, which everyone can easily break through. And of course, Naruto, as if like a king, does not even get an effect with it, and he just like, snaps his fingers and breaks the Genjutsu. Yeah, and so yeah, the Genjutsu Naruto just snaps and breaks it, and he then starts saying that whoever did the Genjutsu must be a weak ass ninja. And of course, this pisses the all the Jonins and Chūnins who plays the Genjutsu, but they just let him go. Then Naruto goes in, and then he was greeted by Kushina and Kakashi, and Kushina was sorry again, but you know Naruto said it's okay, and then he walked in. Kushina was still sad that Naruto did not call her mom, but was at least happy that he was kind enough to forgive her, and she even realizes her mistakes, and then she feels very sorrow within her, inside her. She realizes all the mistakes she had done till now, and yeah. So let's continue, guys. So we go inside the exam, and then like Kabuto comes. He says that he can like show everyone what other stats and others abilities are, and of course now Kakashi and like Sasuke ask about Gara, and Gara incident happens, but instead of Sasuke doing anything, it's Naruto. When Naruto sees Kankuro trying to like hit Konohamaru, Naruto blitz and kicks Kankuro away, catches Konohamaru, gives him 2 scrolls and says, learn from it. And then he like asks Konohamaru to leave. About Konohamaru being happy and leaves with the scrolls, very happy, thinking that he'll be like big brother Naruto. And so yeah, he leaves. And then Naruto says, "Oi, redhead, come out of the tree. I can sense you." And Naruto then does talk no jutsu to him, saying that we are alike. And he says that you're not getting sleep right. I'll make you able to sleep. And then he keeps on his seals, makes Shukaku inside Gara being sealed, and then he just talk no jutsu to Shukaku. Of course, Shukaku is very stubborn, does not listen to any of that. And then Naruto removes some of Shukaku's chakra and gives to Gara. Gara is very thankful, and then he leaves. Now, so Gara is not going to be a maniac, and he got some time to sleep, so he's very happy person. And Kankuro and Temari are really, happy for Gara, and they thank Naruto for it. So now let's continue to the final part of the Chunin exams. I mean, just kidding. To the written part. Everyone does the same. Sasuke uses the Sharingan. Naruto and Suki are just big brains, and they complete the exam like it was nothing. And and Sasuke, when he asked Kabuto about Naruto's and all that, Kabuto just removed the card saying that like whatever was known to Sasuke was only the thing that he told, but he told something interesting. They both have all five chakra natures. This surprised everyone, but not nobody gave too much care about it, thinking that the card must have been wrong. Because Naruto and Suki are just only beating people with taijutsu, pure taijutsu only, or kenjutsu. And Naruto carries a sword with him. Yeah, Demon Slayer sword. From if you would have watched Demon Slayer, if you would have watched manga spoilers, manga, if you would have seen not like Tanjiro versus Muzan Kibutsuji, and he used that special sword. Yeah, that. And so yeah, he has it. And so the Forest of Death almost goes the same, but Forest of Death. But when like you know Anko throws the kunai towards Naruto, Naruto just with two fingers touches, like, grabs the kunai, and then in a second, like the next thing, like she remembers Anko. She's on the ground with a kunai to her neck, and Naruto says, "Move and you die." Anko was surprised, but she was like, "Okay, you win, kid." And so the Forest of Death still happens, and here instead of going for, he gave curse mark both to, he gave only curse mark to Menma, and he was going to give it to Sasuke when Naruto comes and destroys Orochimaru, and he knocks, or like Gar knocks Sasuke out, and he says, he activates his Kama seal, and he says, "Orochimaru, I know you want immortality. I can grant you immortality. With my power, I can control reality. So I can give you a perfect body." And Orochimaru was completely baffled and was happy. And Orochimaru told, "I just want to meet your, like go to sand and meet the Kazekage, so that I can make a deal with him." And yeah, Naruto goes to the Kazekage after the Forest of Death. He comes first, and he goes to the Kazekage. And here's where I'm going to end this part, guys. Part 3 is going to come very soon, so stay tuned for that, and bye.